Hi, Team Taurus. Welcome in, welcome in. I know I skipped a week. I was on vacation last week. Please do forgive me. I needed a break from the rough year that I had. Yeah, and now it's a little bit more refreshed to come back and do your readings. With that said, let's see where we are. I'm going to just go right into the second week of September. All right, so let's see what the situation is for Taurus, second week of September. The last reading I put out should have been first week of September anyway, so we should be right on time. All right, what's the situation for the second week of September for Taurus, please? You're stalking, but you're not stalking. You're checking up on something, but you're not checking up on something. You don't want to, but you are. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. The Queen and the King, first of all, are usually a vibrational match. And in the upright position, usually, let's just not put the elements or the cards in for a second. Let's just talk about this coupling here that you are, okay? And what's crossing you is the Page of Swords. So I have two camps here, and I'll explain both camps of Taurus in a second. The King and the Queen are on the same vibrational level, okay? A Queen and a Page are not. This means like there's a huge age gap, or somebody is far more immature. Not really set up for a Queen. But here you have a King and a Queen in the upright. And in the upright means you're both available to each other should you find each other, okay? However, you are coming out as the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, for me, for all intents and purposes, is somebody who is in the field of desire, attraction, passion, fire. It can also talk about being the mistress, the mister, the other person, the other party. Now, you are coupled with the King of Swords. The King of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Does not have to be that sign. It's just that this person is in their head, okay? And they're all thought. They're not exactly screaming that I love you from the rooftop. So it's kind of like having this relationship here with somebody, and you could be having a very or not, or it's just sort of like a fling. You are available to each other. Now, this is the dynamic. I have no other cards out yet, but then I do see the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. Now, the Emperor, the only other person qualified to be with the Emperor is the Empress. Okay? And usually the Empress card is Taurus card. The Emperor is usually Aries. This is somebody that's like a pioneer, somebody who leads by example, somebody who is just stronger than life, balls to the wall. It is somebody who creates empires. I do not know if you are dealing with two people, because this person is also in the backdrop. Sometimes the Emperor represents a father figure or a mentor with the divine masculine, that is. So it can be a female, but just represented by the divine masculine. Now, what's crossing you here is this Page of Swords. In the Page of Swords, the thing that's crossing you is you're sort of stalking, you're not stalking, and I don't know if this is holding you back, trying to see what's going on with this person, and it's stopping you from moving forward to another energy or to seeing something else clearly. We'll see when we clarify. Now, the two camps I was talking about. The one camp, here you are to be in a qualified relationship with this person, but something's off. And I don't know if it's because you're lovers or what's going on here. The other camp, maybe you're dealing with somebody that is far younger than you. Let's continue and see what else is going on. What's coming towards Taurus, please? Quite a few cards. Ten of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and the Four of Swords in reverse. The first thing that just downloaded into my head and my brain, the word was unrest. I heard unrest by you. You don't feel rested. I don't know if that's mentally, literally, physically, but you don't feel healed, you don't feel rested, or the situation or the turmoil that you're going through, there's a lot of unrest, okay? Now, what makes it interesting is you have half are negative cards, half are positive. The Ace of Cups represent a fresh new start in love, while the Ten of Swords talks about betrayal and ending. You also have the Two of Pentacles, you judging, you trying to decide, you weighing your pros and cons over a situation. And the only reason you are doing this is because you're curious about a situation. Aces always represent opportunities. So this can go two ways, and I'll know when I clarify. You have a new opportunity over something that has ended. So where one avenue is closed, another one opens. It makes you curious, and you weigh your pros and cons whether you should go down that road. Should you venture that path? Others of you, it could be talking about you had a beginning, a fresh new start in love, but there was some sort of sabotage. And this has led you to some unrest, some kind of turmoil. And now you're weighing your pros and cons as what to do because you're curious about something, right? And the only reason I say curious is because the Page of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. And with this curiosity, because this is what makes Taurus so fabulous, is that when something downloads in your heads or in your minds, you're like, wait a minute. This situation is making me curious. You know what? Let me scratch the surface and see what's under there and see what's going on over there. Either to get answers, to get to the bottom of the truth, or to see if this is something that's valuable or worth your time. All right, let's continue and see what else is going on here. What is it that Taurus doesn't see coming their way, please? Ten of Wands in reverse and Death. Okay, it looks like there's a giving up of a situation here, and you're resisting something. You could be resisting a person from your past. You could be resisting a certain scenario at work. You're resisting something, okay? Because you're coming to the point where, like, that is dead, that is done, that is dusted. And so you're transitioning. It was a burden, you're offloading it, you're like, okay, I'm done. We'll see what they're talking about when we clarify. Let's go ahead and see what your advice is here. What's the advice here for Taurus, please, for the second week of September? Two of Swords. You have to make a choice. I think while you're waiting, while you're curious, you might have a Tower moment. When we're not choosing, the choice gets taken away from you. So when you don't decide, you are deciding. What do I mean? Well, when you're not choosing, someone's going to choose for you. Okay, whether it's you, another person, a saboteur, or the universe. The universe is like, you're lingering too long. It's time to kibosh this. So here's a Tower. All right, and that means job loss, relationship, friendship, something, fight, argument, something shocking, something you weren't expecting. And then again, you're put back on a road, on a path, forced to see your future. What else is out there? Not what's back there, what's in front of you. All right, and again, we come back to a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then you start manifesting moves. All right, and there they are. Those are the moves. The Eight of Wands. That's what's under here. You've got to be careful of this, Taurus. If you are repeating a pattern, or if you have a fixation on something that you do that you just can't help yourself, that will hold you back. Do not let it, okay? Like, for example, one of my vices is I'm impatient. I don't think before I speak. So now I always have to constantly remind myself, oh, give yourself, like, a couple hours before you open that, book of yours. And that's kind of like what I do for me. So it's just an example. I'm just saying careful, because I see something like this coming down the pike, and we're still lingering on your advice situation with the Two of Swords. You're going to be torn. It's going to be a hard decision, but you're going to have to make that choice. When we clarify, we'll get more details in order to help you along with the advice for this, if this is occurring to you. What is the outcome for the week, please? Yeah, well, if we're not deciding things, we're going to get stuck. All right? Eight of Swords talks about being mentally stuck or just stuck, period. So you're not really stuck. You just haven't come to the conclusion yet or the answer yet on how to get yourself unstuck. Because the representation of that card, the Eight of Swords, is this woman is surrounded by swords, but she's loosely bound and blindfolded. And there's like swords surrounding her. But if we were to re-inspect and look closer, you would see that the bounds, she could wiggle out of them. And then she could take off the blindfold. And then she could see all those swords that are surrounding her that look like a jail cell. She could kick them down with her feet. But at the top of her mind, when she quit, and I say she because a female in the card, you, male, female, your representative is you. When you're topically thinking of a problem, you're looking at it from a general scope and saying, no, I can't get out of this. This is a big problem. But if you look close enough, you'll find a solution, okay? These swords are not in front of her. They're just around her. They're just surrounding her. These binds, they're like around her ass and her thighs. Who the hell can't wiggle out of that? Just saying. Here's some more binds. Nine of Wands. The Wounded Warrior. This is somebody who's been beaten, battered, bruised, exhausted, but they're still moving. They're still going. This is somebody emotionally guarded. Somebody very vulnerable and too scared and too fearful to open up. This is where you are at the end of the week. You are stuck and you are guarded. It feels like maybe you have no moves, but you do. Because at the bottom of the deck, there's an Ace of Swords. So you're going to have a nice little conversation here with somebody. And it looks like this Emperor or this fire sign or this other person. Not the other person that we started reading with. You're going to put all your cards on the table. And you're going to get legit. You're going to get serious. And you're going to have this conversation. And you're going to see where you both stand. Now, let's start clarifying. Universe, angel, spirit guides, what's going on here for my Taurus buddies, please? Ooh, why is the Nine of Cups flipped out upside down? That's lack of desire, lack of wish fulfillment. Maybe that's how you're feeling right now. What's going on here, please, with this King and Queen? Queen of Wands and the King of Swords with the Page of Swords. Maybe also for some of you, this incoming energy, because that's the King, also has a child, and it could be an issue or an impediment to your relationship. Just saying. Anyway, long story short, Page of Cups and Four of Wands. This is talking about creating a foundation. This is talking about getting engaged. This is talking about moving in, and this is talking about having a family, having actual kids. But the communication is coming in like a page. A page delivers messages. A knight delivers a message himself, herself. Page is just like saying it's a text message. It's an email. It's like smoke signals. It's like, here's a little fish and try to figure out the clues. It's not like they're directly coming to you to tell you shit. However, it is in reference, this relationship here with somebody where you wanted to upgrade, where you wanted to, you know, go to the next level. But what is this Ten of Swords and this Ace of Cups and the Four of Swords in reverse, please? I think this is something you initiated after something from your past. And now you are here dealing with this, and I don't know, some of you are reconsidering someone from the past. If this is in regards to work, it's the same principle. Friend, too. Reconsidering. Seven of Cups and the High Priestess. Interesting mix of cards. Okay. So, it looked like with somebody, I know this is going to sound confusing. Please try to make it make sense for you guys. I'm just reading the cards. High Priestess is my non-talking card. It's like being self-aware of a certain situation so you don't bother talking about it. It's like you know the end game, you know the end goal, so you don't talk about it with the other person. Sometimes it's like the elephant in the room and you don't discuss the elephant in the room. For me, it feels like the High Priestess is somebody you stop talking to. And now you have to look at your options and review your options. You had a fresh new start in love, but something ended in betrayal or a backstab. And this is leading you to some unrest, a lack of healing. I don't know if you moved too soon here with someone, but I have a feeling that this is going to lead to something better for you, or some sort of an awareness. Interesting, because I was just staring at this book and my eyes kept going back here. I'm like, why the hell am I staring at this? And I realized awareness. Okay, let's see. Interesting, the Fool's New Journey. I just bought this on vacation. It's a tarot deck that's made in the UK. It's not made in the United States, and it was like one of my stops on my trip, and I'm like, okay, I have to buy it. So I'm going to study it and use it with you guys for a second. But A Fool's New Journey, and the reason I'm only bringing it up is because I'm seeing what's going on here in your reading, talks about every time we start a new chapter in our life, we have bumps and bruises along the way. We fall down, we get up. We learn from the times that we fall and we get up, and it's less painful as we go. Same feeling here. Although this is betrayal, although this is an ending of some kind, it's not as painful because it leads you to consider your other options, okay? So I don't know if one of your options is somebody you stop talking to, because I see at the bottom of the deck the Ten of Cups, which is eventual happiness. Again, I'm feeling that self-awareness here. So let's continue. Death and Ten of Swords. It's like you're like, can't be bothered. That's the vibe. I'm getting, can't be bothered. No, honey, not for me. That's the feeling I'm getting. Death and Ten of Wands in reverse. The Magician and the Eight of Cups. Magician is, well, by the way, Death card is Scorpio. The Magician is Taurus. Sometimes it's Aries also, because the Magician card is shared by planets. It's not to the actual zodiac sign itself. Anyway, moving on. You are trying to manifest a new future. That's why I was looking at the Fool's New Journey. That's why I was looking at self-awareness. You're having your own self-awareness. You are deading something. You're dropping a burden. You're leaving something behind, and you're trying to manifest something brand new. You're trying to manifest a new chapter. I could see it here. You are going to go in a little bit of a hermit mode, but then after that, while you had some downtime, you're going to try to reconnect here with somebody and try to maybe reconciliate, and not even reconciliate, like close a chapter for some of you. Others of you, it's just to make you feel good, so you go back to somebody from your past and you have some kind of honest conversation. Where it leads, let's see if it'll tell us. Your advice, Two of Swords. So you have to make a choice which path you're going to take. It can certainly be between two jobs or two people. Two of Swords is clarified by Two of Swords. So the universe says, it is exactly what you just said, Irene. There you go. Two of Swords clarified by the Two of Swords. You need to take a path. Anything else you want to say? You have to make a decision on this King of Swords. Funny how I feel like the cards never fucking lie. Okay? Because it's coming out in your advice, and we started with the King of Swords from another deck. That's what you, it's like once you make a decision about this person, your life moves on. It starts moving forward. Now, let's go to this Eight of Swords and the Nine of Wands. People have a way of making us all become a Nine of Wands. From hurting us, from having gone through things, having dealt with bullshit, etc., etc. Anyway, the Hierophant, I'm going to leave that card for last. And the Sun in reverse. And then there's the Hermit card. Okay. The Sun is one of those cards that even in reverse or inverted still is a positive card. Still one of the most positive cards in the deck. It just means it's only a matter of time before your happiness arrives. The Sun in the Tarot deck is the happiest card in the whole deck. But what is that to a human being? It is the one thing that we all strive to achieve in whatever form of abundance it comes in for us. Some of us it's love, others of us it's wealth, others it's money, it's family, others it's health. That is happiness. That is the one thing we all strive for. And you will get there. But right now you're not. It's impeded by the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Wands. It's because you are blocked. You are blocked off. And you feel like you're stuck, like you have no moves. Like you can't, but you do. You just have to decide it for yourself, okay? And the Hierophant is because I think you're torn by doing something traditionally, or some of you are in a marriage or a commitment of some kind with someone. The last card that I did not read to you, which I will read to you now, is the Fool. The Fool's Journey. I don't know why I go off into these tangents of conversations with people when I do my readings. Usually the cards will come right on out right after I had the speech, just to tie the whole reading into a big fat ass bow. At the end of the day, you're going to take a leap of faith and you're going to take a risk. You're going to go onto the Fool's journey. And the Fool doesn't care what's in front of them. All they know is that they can't look back anymore, and that they're going to go ahead and they're going to take that risk and they're going to leave whatever behind. So it looks like you're going to do something possibly traditionally, or maybe you might leave a marriage for some of you. It just feels like you're stuck right now because these are the clarifiers. They're not what actually is. What actually is you're stuck because you think that you have no moves and you're emotionally guarded with the Nine of Wands. You feel too weak to move forward. But your happiness will be inevitable once you make this decision from your advice position. It will turn upright. You just have to take that leap of faith and that risk with the Fool, which I think you are anyway. You're taking some kind of risk, okay? 9 times out of 10, the Fool means to go forward alone, knowing that you might be alone. It's scary, but you do it. All right, let's see what the romance angels have to say here for Taurus, please. Even if this is a job, maybe you're leaving a job behind and you just want to start your own company, your own business, or take another job. You're taking a risk. Okay. Taurus, please. You deserve love. That means so fucking much. I should stop cursing. Sorry. Potty mouth. Gotta clean it. Now, a lot of you need to release your ex. We've got 4 cards here, and we've got a lot that we're going to clarify in the extended reading. You have to be a member. Sorry. It's worth it, though. That's all I got to tell you. Because you pay 1 fee, and then you have all your readings for the whole month. Anyway, release your ex. It's giving you more advice. Some of you are dealing with a marriage, a wedding, as I presumed. You deserve love. This means there's somebody beneath you, below you, somebody not at your value, somebody that's not giving you love that you deserve. This could be the one. This could be the new person, or the person that you're thinking about in your head that you might have denied yourself or rejected in the past. It's only for you to know. We'll see when we go in the extended reading, when we drop cards on it and deep dive on that, thing that the oracles are trying to tell you there. All right, let's see what the wisdom house tonight has for my Taurus, please. I want to open my own shop one day, only to sell the stuff that I absolutely love, because I get tired of explaining some of these decks that I just feel like would help you guys so much. And you don't need me or another reader for you to use them, because they're great. But trust me when I tell you, I've gone through hundreds of oracles and tarot decks. There are some that I absolutely feel like are just so user friendly. So one day I'll open up a tiny little e-shop, and just so it can show the selection of things that I feel like is good for my audience, the people that usually follow me, because you know I'm a type of a niche where I'm not really a bullshitter. Okay, what did you get over here? Confidence. Yes, this might be talking about the Fool's Journey. Let me see what it's talking about. There are a few of my chosen ones who have the confidence and the courage to live forever. There is one such immortal being who has kept this oracle safe in the castle in the Isle of Skye to be given to you when the time is right. That time is now. This is your time. The world needs you. Much is going to be asked of you as you move through your life's challenges and receive my gifts. Know that I have chosen you and that you have everything you need to make the right decision. Walk with your head held high and take the next step towards your goal with confidence. I will be with you every step of the way. And that is what the universe is trying to give you as a message, guys. That is your fool's journey. You will fall, but the universe will pick you up. They will not lead you astray. That is not how the universe works. It works for our betterment and for the universe in general as a whole. All right, guys, this is what I have for you this week. Members, I'll see you over at Extended. Everyone else, you can also join. There's a join button down there. Everyone else, I'll see you next week. Much love to you all.